What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and another video. I'm pretty excited for this one because I'm getting a lot of questions on my Instagram and on YouTube about what BMW I should buy. So I'm going to cover that in this video. Let's get to it. So guys, I'm super engaged with my YouTube channel's comments and also Instagram. If you guys want to throw me a comment there or even a direct message, I am super all about that. So if you guys want to throw me a comment there and reach out to me about any questions regarding BMW stuff, by all means, drop a message or a comment. I love doing that. I love answering questions. And the one question I get a lot is, what BMW should I buy? So when I get this question asked, I usually think about a couple of things. I think about first, obviously the biggest one of all, budget. How much do you really want to drop on a car, right? This right here behind me is a 440i B58, beast of a car. And I love this car to death. It's a really, really good upgrade from where I was before. And if you recall, my first BMW that I had was a BMW 320i. And the reason why I say budget should be your first thing is because I learned that the hard way. You see, I thought to myself, if I could get away from the traditional, American brands and Japanese brands, I'm doing okay. I'll go with whatever BMW I can get. And I really could have gotten something a little bit stronger, right? Like a 328, a 335, or even a 340 for just paying a little bit more a month. Now, when you buy a BMW, don't ever buy new. My point of view. Don't ever buy it new. Why? Because the moment that you drive out of the driveway, it depreciates like almost $10,000 to $20,000. I mean, I remember an M2, I found one brand new for almost like 72 grand. I found it at CarMax for like 50 grand, right? Obviously more mileage, a different year, but still an M2. So all that to say is that German cars depreciate super quick. So don't even think about buying it brand new unless you want to drop some really crazy cash. Then by all means, go for it. But if you are considering just buying a German car, buy it used with warranty. You want to get that BMW CPO coverage. CPO means a certified pre-owned, which means BMW went ahead and did a full over 100, 200 point inspection, something crazy like that, to make sure that they can guarantee that they will fix whatever happens to your car if you want to get it serviced. So one, budget, right? And two, if you want to buy it, get it used with warranty. Now that we got the two things out of the way, major components, I think, in my opinion, and let me kind of preface a little bit about what I meant about why I regretted or why I talking about budget with my own experience. You see, the 320i that I got, I told myself, again, I wanted to get out of the whole generic brands, but the main thing here was I was being cheap. I told myself I could just get the big bottom of the barrel BMW 320i, but I learned the hard way because I wanted to modify it. Later on down the road, I met a few cool people that did some mods and I got excited. I changed the charge pipe, diverter valve, intake. I mean, gosh, I changed the, I did a tune on it. I did a lot of coding. And all to find out that the tune messed up my motor because guess what? California gas, it sucks. It's really horrible. And if you know all my tuners out there that have tuned, you're running off 91 ACN, which is a very, 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 very low quality fuel for your car. And when you're running a tune that shoots high compression, it changes the whole dynamics of the car. It requires a higher grade of fueling. So personally, I would never tune a 320i N20 motor ever again. Maybe a 328, for sure a 335, 340 all day. But besides that, if I would have spent a little bit more money, you're talking maybe $50 to $100 more, I probably could have left a dealership at that time with a 335i, right? So consider budget. Second, consider what you want to use it for, right? So you get the budget out of the way, right? We're thinking used, we're thinking something that won't break the bank. Now, the second tier I would consider is, how big do you want it, right? How big do you want the car? If you look at every series, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 8, you literally can like put them all side by side or maybe on top of each other, and you'll notice from like one series it gets this wide, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 it gets longer, and then 6 gets longer than 7. So it's all about size, guys, really. The M8 is like a boat. In fact, I think the M5 is a boat, so the M8 is probably like a yacht. But I believe the 3 and the 4 series are very popular, very common, because they're just well consumer friendly, I would think. This behind me is a 4 Series. I prefer the 4 Series because it's a little bit wider. I'm all about that wider body. The 3 Series, a little more narrow, more your traditional sedan, and it's the most, I would say, favorite sedan out there that you can get, really. It's comparable to like your 4-door sedans out there, like the Camrys, the Kias, and the Hondas. And I can't believe I just compared German cars to, you know, sorry about that. But anyways, you get my idea, right? 3 and 4 Series are very common. 2 Series are very small and narrow. 1 Series are a bit more narrower. But all I have to say though, guys, is consider size for your second option, right? And lastly but not least is purpose of the car. Is it your daily? Or do you want a track daily? Or do you want just a track car, right? I think all BMWs are definitely daily / could be track. The M cars are definitely your daily and track car because they're just well built for that. The motor is forged completely. You're talking about the oil pan being baffled, so that way there's no like zero any sort of degrees of gravity that would switch the oil around and start your motor to death when you're on a tight corner, right? They got the reinforced bigger brakes system, the big brake kit with the slotted rotors and bigger, you know, pistons on the caliper. Guys, I'm telling you, the M cars are built totally different than your standard traditional M Sport 440i that I have behind me, right? You could make it a track daily with making a few adjustments here and there, like for example, upgrading the brake system, maybe some suspension work. You don't need to, but you could do some suspension work on this car, and definitely baffle the oil system so that way you don't starve the oil to death. If you do those two things, top tier, brakes and oil, you can make this a track daily, which is what I'm trying to do here, right? Even the 3 Series, you can do the same thing. I would just, you know, be careful with the oil as well, and also the brake system. You gotta upgrade those two things to make it a track daily. Now, if it's just a daily car, honestly, anything under a 335 would be great because a 340, you're getting into a V6. It's a higher fuel consumption, you know, the miles per gallon goes higher, and it's just more sportier after the 335. When you go 335 and 340, you're talking way more horsepower, over 300 horses. They're just fun cars. So I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna you're gonna be wasting a ton of gas, right? So guys, those are my 3 things: budget, size, and also what the purpose is of the car, right? My 440i behind me, I got it because I wanna make it a daily and track car, right? I'm investing into parts to, again, improve the suspension work, I'm improving the brake system, and I'm improving the overall just oil consumption and cooling of this car because I want it to be suitable for my 1-hour-long drives to work, and also be able to sustain a track day when I go with a few friends that I met recently, right? So I hope this helped you. If you have any comments below, drop it. Don't ever buy a used BMW that doesn't have warranty. I know what you're saying, Brian, I want to put bolt-ons, but guess what? They're bolt-ons. You could just take them off and put the stock parts back on. And when you go get it serviced, they will never know. My intake, my charge pipe, my strut bar, I mean, guys, all these parts are reversible. Which, if you ever get in a pickle where it's like massive repair, it'll take you about an hour to put everything back on, take it to BMW, they service it for free, you bring it back, put it back on all day, right? It's not like every day you're gonna get your car serviced. It's like, sorry, my phone just rang. It's not like every day you're gonna get your car serviced, right? It's gonna be like once in a blue moon, and then that once in a blue moon, but hey, get your wrenches out, work on your car, bring it back to stock. And you know what? It's good practice either way. I think for this car, I went back to stock twice, right? I have an intake, strut bar, that's all I've done to the car so far. And I kept all my original parts because I know that I'm still under warranty, and if something ever happens, God forbid, I'm gonna just bolt it back on and take it back to BMW, they'll fix it. So guys, thank you for watching. If you like, give me a thumbs up. Sorry if I rambled, but I wanna make kind of a raw video for all of you. And guys, subscribe, there's more content coming soon. I made some really cool partnerships lately. There's more coming to the channel. So guys, I really appreciate all your support. Thank you so much for watching.